Hi there and welcome back to my psychosexual series on the dangers of dating elder men, men of advanced age. And today I actually want to share with you an experience that I was able to observe and monitor very recently, actually over the past few weeks. And it involved my girlfriend. And I want to share this story with you so that you can see how these young females on a daily basis are having to incur the bullshit of these predatory elder men. I'm talking grooming, manipulatory tactics. They're preying upon them basically. Every single day it is fucking relentless. And I want to give you an example, okay? So, my girlfriend works in a restaurant. It is a British themed restaurant in Curitiba. This guy, around 3 weeks ago, came into the restaurant. Initially, he showed interest in her colleague, who was also the same age. My girlfriend is early 20s, her colleague was also early 20s. This man, twice that, 40. So he was showing interest in her colleague. My girlfriend insisted that he was fixated on her large breasts, which I can believe. That's how these people work. And anyway, she rebuffed his advances by stating, "I'm really sorry, but you are simply too old." Fucking good on her. Good for her. Anyway, he then diverted his attention towards my girlfriend. Now, my girlfriend, being aware of all the dangers because of, what I do, and she's so supportive of what I do, she said, "I want to see if you're right. I want to see if you're right about this guy," because I called him out instantly. I said, "This guy's a predator." And I said, "Fine, I interest you. You know all the dangers. So keep me updated on what he says and what he does, and we'll observe it." So anyway, he started coming to the restaurant pretty much every single day. And my girlfriend was initially speaking in defense of him, saying he works nearby and this, that, and the other. And I was like, no, bullshit. I said, it doesn't matter if you work nearby. Nobody eats the same meal every fucking day. Now, this is a British themed restaurant, as I say, in Brazil. There's no native Brazilian is gonna choose arbitrarily to eat bland British food every single fucking day. So that's the first clue. The second clue is socioeconomic situation. How is he supposed to afford eating in a restaurant every single day? Nobody does that. You're telling me he doesn't go home and cook. So anyway, I said to her, the reason he's there is because it is a situation in which he can orbit you and it is okay. He is removed from her social sphere. He's twice her age. He's not naturally appearing within her social sphere. What is the ideal situation in which you can justifiably orbit somebody half your age in a workplace environment? Now, he wasn't in a work capacity, i.e. her colleague, but he was there within her professional environment. He was a customer. So him being there is justified. And he was there every single day trying to talk to her. And eventually she said, "I want to give him my number and then we can observe what he says." So I said, "Do you know what? I trust you 100%. If you want to do this, okay, let's do this." So the first thing that he did was he started talking to her, texting her, and he's talking about literature. He said, "I noticed you were reading this book today. Look, I've got this book also. I got it myself. I'm reading it." And what he's doing there is he's basically trying to force a connection and saying that he relates to you and the things that you like. He's having to force that. He started talking about the reason why he was showing interest in her, and he didn't comment on her appearance whatsoever. He failed to comment on her appearance. He said that you just seem very intelligent and different. I noticed you were reading a lot, and you look kind of the way you dress and everything. You look a little bit goth and alternative. So yeah, that's her appearance, but not really physicality, just her attire and dress sense, etc. Basically, he's saying, "I recognized you as a three-dimensional person," and he didn't comment on the fact that she's a very pretty girl. And of course, this is also really highly unusual because he doesn't actually know anything about her. So we know that the only reason he was interested in the first place was based on her appearance. So anyway, yeah, my girlfriend said, "I do not want to prolong this any longer. I want to call him out. I'm ready to call him out." So she basically said to him, "To be honest, I have a boyfriend, so I'm definitely not interested in a relationship. But just a bit of fun. It would just be fun, casual fun for me." He actually declined. Why? He said that he was kind of seeing somebody else and that he developed an emotional attachment. And I said to my girlfriend straight away, "Liar. He is lying. Trust me, this is a tactic." And it's just so manipulative. It just shows how fucking nefarious and devious they are. I said he's lying through his fucking teeth. So you're telling me he's been advancing on you for 2 weeks and then suddenly, within a matter of days, he started talking to somebody and he's got an emotional connection? It doesn't happen. You're not emotionally connected to anybody after a day or two. So I said, he's lying. And I'll tell you why he's lying. He thinks that you are testing him to see if he is a predator and if he's only using you for one thing and one thing only. And he wants to set himself apart from those guys and he wants to make himself look different and like he actually sees you and understands you as a person. My girlfriend just just called his bluff and basically said, right, okay, well, I don't think we should speak anymore, bye. And guess what happened? A day went by, and then he messaged her, and he said, I'm really sorry about that. The thing is, it's that I can't stop thinking about you. I don't just want sex, I want more than that. I really want an emotional connection, and I really feel connected to you. Consider this, he doesn't actually fucking know her. He's barely interacted with her at her place of work. Just pleasantries while she's serving him. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't know fuck all about her. And he's 40 years old, and he's talking like a fucking simp, like a complete simp. It's just unnatural, and you can detect this bullshit from a mile away if you know what you're looking for. So yeah, my girlfriend just called him out on it. She said, "No, you're fucking lying. You were lying yesterday. I don't appreciate these fucking games. I see straight through you. I know what you want." And yeah, you can stop playing those fucking games. So basically, she was calling him out on it. She said, "I know exactly what you're doing. I can see through you." And but she still insisted, but I still just want to have fun. This is going to be casual. I want to have some fun with you. So yeah, following this, he's miraculously disappeared. He's no longer in the restaurant every single day. So that's proof that he was there for one reason and one reason only. Now he's having to spend a lot of money to do this as well. All the meals he's having to purchase, service charges, it costs a fucking lot. It just shows you the complexity, the lengths that these fucking predators are willing to go to force these relationships to happen. These relationships that they never occur naturally through long exposure like most natural, healthy relationships develop amongst your peers. They have to be forced, and this is so fucking forceful, everything I'm telling you right now. Anyway, on the day that he thinks he's going to get to meet her, he messages her and he's basically saying, I cannot wait for you to be a fucking prostitute for me. I'm going to choke you on my dick, you whore, and stuff like that. And basically, my girlfriend said, yeah, no, I don't think you are. You're a predator. I know what you are. I've known this whole time. This proves it. And don't you ever come in this fucking restaurant again, or I'm going to expose you. Now, the problem is, he's not going to stop him. He's going to go around and do this to other young women. And this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here on fucking YouTube trying to bring attention to this. It is a real endemic societal issue, and it's fucking wrong because there's no protection for these young women once they are over the age of 18, because people stop to comprehend that people over the age of 18 can be traumatized in the way that a child can be traumatized. Now we all know how bad and immoral it is to have sexual relations with a child. Why? Because there's a law there. But because there's no law there once you're over 18, we don't seem to think, we don't seem to consider the dangers. We don't think that any damage can actually come of it. We fail to actually think deeply as a society. We're so fucking desensitized. We don't think deeply about the fact that these are still developing young people, young women, and they can be fucking traumatized by these older men. So whenever you see a relationship with such a vast age gap, I'm sorry, it is never fucking justified. Never. So anyway, what have we learned from this experience? What have I been able to observe? Well, you've been able to see exactly what I'm talking about. This is what the young women in my life are having to deal with on a fucking daily basis. What observations? Okay, so the first one, I've spoken before about the fact that the ideal situation for a predator to prey on a younger woman is a workplace environment in a professional capacity, because it justifies, it gives them a reason to be in the orbit of that younger person, whereas otherwise it would be unnatural for them to be there, because they are not a peer. This guy put himself in that situation at my girlfriend's place of work. He was there as a customer. That was the capacity in which he was there as a customer, and it justified him being there and being able to interact with my girlfriend. What else have we observed? Well, often these elder men, they will say that the reason for the relationship is basically that they understand you, that they relate to you. They see who you are as a person. You're a three-dimensional person. They get you. They relate to you. And they see your soul, things, bullshit like that. They see your soul. This proves that from the very beginning, it was based on nothing other than physical attraction. He went from one colleague to another colleague. He knew nothing about my girlfriend, but he was giving it all this bullshit about how he's got an emotional connection with her. So it's just proof of what I'm saying. An ex-girlfriend of mine unfortunately succumbed to this predatory bullshit, and she was too stubborn to see it, and he was feeding into her ego. She thought she knew everything, and she was completely blinded, and was even quoted as saying the stereotypical things: he thinks I'm special, you don't understand, anybody on the outside is too basic to comprehend the connection we have. It's really fucking traumatizing for me to have to witness. Just awful. And again, it's why I'm passionate about what I do and raising awareness, because every young female in my life has to deal with this utter bullshit. from creepy elder men. So please be careful, and yeah, thank you for watching.